Welcome, folks, to the Wild West family holiday. Back when the frontier was wild and untamed, our ancestors conquered this land, and their stories became the legends we've honored for generations. Today, we look back at the very first Wild West family holiday and uncovered the tales of rugged cowboys, pioneering women, and fearless explorers, kinfolks whose legacy lives on in each of us. So saddle up and join us as we ride back in time to meet the legends who made this family great. The patriarch of the West family was Bill West. They called him Borealis Bill, a man with a vision as bright as the stars. In a time when darkness ruled the frontier, he knew the West needed more than grit. It needed light. He set up shop in a dusty town, crafting lamps that guided travelers and lit the homes of those brave enough to settle the wild. But Borealis Bill did more than sell lamps. He brought hope and a sense of community. His lights didn't just brighten rooms. They lit up hearts, showing folks the way home, even in the darkest times. His legacy remains a beacon in our family's history, reminding us that even the smallest light can drive away the shadows. In the heart of the wild frontier, there was a place where everyone felt at home, a place where the weary traveler could find a warm smile and a helping hand. That place was Sonny Sharon's General Store, and the heart behind it was Sharon West. Folks around these parts simply adored her, not just for the goods she sold, but for the kindness, love, and care she poured into every interaction. Sonny Sharon was more than just a shopkeeper. She was the beating heart of the community. Her store was a sanctuary, a place where every soul could find a friend. With her gentle words and sweet demeanor, she had a way of making even the roughest cowboy feel like family. Sharon's legacy is one of warmth, compassion, and endless love, a light that still shines brightly in our family story. Out in the unforgiving desert, where the sun scorched the earth and hope seemed to dry up with the dust, there was one man folks could always count on, Well Digger Dan. With a gift that seemed almost magical, Dan could find water where no one else could, bringing life to the barren land. They say he could strike a well in the middle of the desert and would run clear as a mountain stream. But it wasn't just the water that made Well Digger Dan a legend. It was his unyielding determination to quench the thirst of the West. Without him, the towns and settlements that sprung up would have withered away, leaving nothing but dust. Dan's wells brought more than just water. They brought life, growth, and the promise of a future. His legacy is etched into the very land he helped settle, a testament to the power and perseverance and the lifeblood of the West. They called her Caring Chris, a woman whose heart was as big as the frontier itself. Known for her giving nature, Chris never missed a birthday, a milestone, or an opportunity to lend a helping hand. Whether it was organizing town socials, volunteer at every community event, or simply being there when someone needed a friend, Chris was always present, always caring. People were drawn to Chris, not just for what she did, but for who she was. A selfless soul who made others feel valued and loved. Her kindness and dedication wove the fabric of the community together, creating bonds that would last for generations. Carrying Chris's legacy is one of unwavering generosity and a spirit that made the West feel a little less wild and a lot more like home. They called him Dead-Eye Dave, the man with a knack for ridding the town of its most troublesome pest. Known far and wide as the best exterminator in the West, Dave's skills were unmatched. He had a way with dealing with vermin that left folks in awe, but the full extent of his methods remained a mystery, a secret Dave kept close to his vest. But time changes a man, and Dead-Eye Dave eventually hung up his traps and poison, choosing instead to live a quieter life, far removed from the days of old. He may have changed, but the tales of his past linger like a cool breeze on a hot day, leaving folks with a deep respect for the man who kept their homes safe from harm. Dave's legacy is one of skill, dedication, and a life well lived, a story that will forever be part of the West's legendary history. They called her Pioneer Pam, a woman who journeyed from the rolling hills of the Ozarks to the rugged frontier of the West. With a spirit as strong as the mountains she once called home, Pam embraced the challenges of the West with open arms and a heart full of love. Married to Dead-Eyed Dave, she stood by his side through every twist and turn, bringing a touch of the Ozarks' enduring spirit to the wild land they settled. Pioneer Pam's journey from the Ozark to the frontier wasn't just a chain of scenery. It was a testament to her strength and adaptability. With every meal she cooked and every home she kept, Pam brought a piece of the Ozarks with her, sharing its traditions and values with the people of the West. Her legacy is one of warmth, family, and the quiet strength of a woman who knew how to make any place feel like home. They called her Sure Shot Deb, a woman of rare vision and boundless courage. In a land where danger lurked around every corner, Deb roamed the untamed frontier, her camera ever ready to capture the soul of the West. But Deb was no ordinary photographer. She was as daring as the outlaws she rode alongside, risking life and limb to seize moments that would become the legends of the lawless land. With an unmatched eye for detail, Sure Shot Deb's portraits weren't just pictures. They were windows into the very souls of her subjects, revealing the raw, unfiltered truth of life on the frontier. No place was too wild, no situation too dangerous for her, and her exploits became the lore of the land. Her photographs, treasured by all who saw them, captured a world both beautiful and brutal, forever etched in time by a woman who lived for the thrill of the perfect shot. Deb was married to Barbecue Bob, a man whose name became synonymous with legendary barbecue in the Wild West. Known far and wide for his remarkable skills with a smoker, Bob's Texas barbecue drew cowboys, outlaws, and townsfolk alike with its irresistible flavor. Bob's barbecue was more than just a meal. It was a feast that brought people together. Around his fire, rivalries were set aside, friendships were forged, and stories were shared. In a world as wild as the West, Bob's barbecue was a beacon of warmth and camaraderie, offering a taste of comfort and connection. His legacy lived on in every bite of barbecue, a cherished reminder of the simpler joys of frontier life. This is Rattlesnake Ryan, a man of unparalleled bravery and grit. Known for his fearless nature, Ryan didn't just handle the dangers of the Wild West, he tackled them head on. With a bowie knife for a toothpick and a shotgun by his side, he was as at ease with a rattlesnake as he was with a blazing campfire. Rattlesnake Ryan was renowned for his daring feats, including his unmatched skill at dealing with the West's most feared creatures. Handling rattlesnakes with nothing but his bare hands, he turned the most dangerous encounters into tales of triumph. In a land where danger was a constant companion, Ryan's bravery became the stuff of legends, a name spoken with awe and reverence even today. In the harsh, unforgiving landscapes of the West, there was a woman known as Evergreen Emma. Amidst the rugged cowboys and miners, Emma stood apart with a mission that was as bold as it was noble. Driven by a deep love for nature and a vision for a greener world, she traveled across the desolate terrain, planting trees she had nurtured from seed. Her goal was clear: to bring life and shade to the sun-scorched earth. Each tree she planted was not just a piece of greenery, but a testament to her unyielding belief in nature's resilience. Emma's work went beyond mere planting. She was a living embodiment of nature's relentless spirit, transforming barren land into flourishing landscapes. Her legacy endures in every shade she created, a lasting symbol of hope and renewal in a land that once knew only the starkness of the frontier. In the rugged frontier, there was one woman who ruled her domain with unmatched skill and pride. Ash, the queen of the henhouse. Her farm was more than a place for chickens. It was the heart of the town's food supply. Ash's chickens were her pride, and she ensured that every egg was fresh and plentiful. Her dedication to her feathered friends made her an essential figure in the community. Ash's care and vigilance ensured that her chickens were safe and that the town never went hungry. Her reputation as the queen of the henhouse was well earned through her tireless work and unwavering commitment. One day, a drifter wandered into town, hoping to find a hearty meal. With a twinkle in his eye, he asked Ash if she could fry up one of her chickens for him. Ash fixed him with a steely gaze, her expression making it clear she wasn't one to be trifled with. With a resolute tone, she replied,
"No fried chicken here, stranger. And if I were you, I would keep on moving."
Ash was married to a legend, Alligator Matt. Once a city slicker from New York, Matt left behind the urban jungle and journeyed south for love. His tale became the stuff of Wild West legend, and one story stands out above all others. During their courtship, Matt faced a true test of bravery. One fateful day, Ash's brother, Rattlesnake Ryan, found himself in dire straits, attacked by a menacing alligator. Without a moment's hesitation, Matt plunged into the murky waters, confronting the beast with nothing but his bare hands. In an astonishing display of courage, Matt killed the alligator and saved Ryan's life. Though Matt, being the modest man he is, often downplays the story, we know the truth. The legend of Alligator Matt endures as a testament to his valor and unyielding spirit. In the untamed expanses of the West, where help could be scarce and medicine even scarcer, there was a ray of hope, known as Jen the Apothecary. With a heart full of compassion, Jen dedicated her life to healing the sick and easing the suffering of her fellow settlers. Her small apothecary shop was filled with jars of herbs, salves, and potions, each meticulously prepared to treat various ailments. Jen's skill in mixing medicines and remedies was unmatched. She knew the secret of each herb and the power of every elixir, using her knowledge to craft cures that brought relief to many. Her gentle touch and tireless effort made her a cherished figure in the community, a true healer in a time when such care was a precious gift. Her legacy as Jen the Apothecary endures in the grateful hearts she healed and the lives she touched. In the rugged frontier, where fortunes were often made or lost with a single venture, there was one man whose name stood out for his remarkable success, Tycoon Tyler. With a keen eye for opportunity and a heart dedicated to bettering the lives of those around him, Tyler built his fortune by investing in the people and the enterprises of the Wild West. Tyler wasn't just a businessman, he was a visionary who saw potential where others saw only risk. His investments helped build towns, support local businesses, and provide the much-needed infrastructure for a growing community. His contributions were crucial in shaping the development of the West, and his impact was felt far beyond his financial success. Tycoon Tyler's legacy endures as a symbol of how vision and dedication can transform lives and communities, proving that success is not just measured by wealth, but by the positive impact one has on the world. Amidst the rough terrain and ambitious dreams of the frontier, there was one man whose name was synonymous with reliability, Brenton West, known far and wide as the Big Boss. Celebrated for his superior craftsmanship and unmatched work ethic, Brenton led his crew in erecting the frontier's most steadfast buildings. When a settlement needed a strong foundation and impeccable construction, the Big Boss was the one they called. His leadership and meticulous attention to detail ensured that every project was completed to the highest standards. Brenton's legacy was built not just on the structures he created, but on his dedication to excellence and trustworthiness. Across the frontier, his name became a symbol of quality and dependability, a mark of construction done right. In the early days of the Transcontinental Railroad, a trailblazer emerged. Jordan West, the railroad pioneer, the first female engineer to make her mark on the frontier's iron tracks. Her role was groundbreaking, charting new territories, not just with steel and rail, but with grit and innovation. Jordan's expertise ensured that the railroad was not only a marvel of engineering, but a testament to her unyielding determination and skill. Jordan's achievements were a landmark of progress and empowerment, paving the way for future generations of women in engineering. Her legacy is etched in the iron tracks she helped lay, forever remembered as a pioneer who bridged the gap between ambition and achievement. Bryant West, known as the Ivory Wrangler, was a man whose music spoke to the soul of the Wild West. With a touch as delicate as a whisper and fingers that danced across the keys, Bryant brought melody and harmony to a land that often thrived on discord. His heart lay in the quiet reverence of church services, where his piano playing uplifted the spirits of the faithful. Yet the Wild West was not always kind to those who sought peace. When times were tough or the call for a tune rang louder, Bryant would take his music to the saloons. There, amidst the clinking of glasses and the shuffle of cards, his melodies provided a soothing balm for the rough and rowdy. Even when his music was occasionally interrupted by a brawl, his passion never waned. Bryant's legacy endures as a reminder that, in the Wild West, even the most refined notes could thrive amidst the chaos. Heartland Haley, once a beloved teacher in North Carolina, found her true calling in the Wild West, not in a classroom, but by the side of the man she adored, Bryant West. Their story began over cookies and lemonade, a simple, sweet moment that sparked a love that would change both of their lives. Determined to follow her heart, Haley made the brave decision to head west for love, leaving behind the familiar comforts of her past. In the rugged landscape of the frontier, she became Bryant's steadfast companion, supporting him through the highs and lows of his musical career. Her presence was a comforting constant, a reminder of the sweet beginnings that led her to a new life filled with love and adventure. Haley's journey from teacher to loving wife in the Wild West stands as a testament to the power of following one's heart. In the bustling frontier, young Calvin, known as Calvin the Tinkerer, stood out not for sharpshooting or frontier skills, but for his remarkable intellect and insatiable curiosity. While other boys mastered horseback riding and explored rugged terrains, Calvin was captivated by the mechanics of gears and levers, spending his days tinkering away in his small workshop. Calvin's creations were more than mere curiosities. They offered glimpses into a future where technology would transform the world. His workshop was a haven of imagination, where every adjustment brought him closer to becoming a legendary inventor. Despite his youth, Calvin's intelligence and creativity set him on a path of greatness. The townsfolk marveled at his ingenuity, whispering that he was destined to reshape history with his innovations. Calvin's name became synonymous with brilliance and potential, embodying the limitless possibilities of a curious mind and a passionate heart. In the West, where legends were born from grit and daring, one boy stood out for his unparalleled speed, Levi, known far and wide as Lightning Levi. With a burst of energy that left only a cloud of dust in his wake, Levi was renowned as the fastest boy in the West. Whether racing through town or challenging anyone daring enough to compete, Levi's speed was unmatched. His swift feet made him a blur to onlookers, and his ability to outpace even the fastest horses was the talk of the frontier. The tales of Lightning Levi grew with every retelling. It was said that he was so incredibly fast he could blow out a candle at night and be in bed before the room went dark. His legendary speed became a cherished story, embodying the spirit of boundless energy and youthful exuberance that defined the Wild West. Sage the Brave was a revered figure in the Wild West, celebrated for her relentless tenacity and unbreakable spirit. Mounted on her trusty horse, She forged new trails through the rugged terrain, creating paths where none existed before. Her journey was driven by a fierce commitment to justice and a profound bond with the land. Sage's legend grew from her bravery and resilience. She faced every obstacle with unyielding resolve, championing a vision where freedom and the preservation of nature went hand in hand. Her contributions extended beyond merely navigating the wilderness. She embodied the spirit of a frontier where courage and conservation walk side by side. In the annals of Wild West lore, Sage remains a symbol of valor and dedication. Her legacy endures as a reminder of the power of those who shape the world with unwavering determination and a deep respect for the land they cherish. In the untamed frontier, there was a young soul named Bailey, beloved by all as Sweet Bailey May. Her gentle spirit had a way of calming even the most troubled hearts. With words of wisdom and encouragement beyond her years, she provided comfort to those in need, offering solace and understanding in a world that often seemed harsh. Bailey's quiet presence and stargazing nature made her a thoughtful observer of the vast open plains. She believed that the solitude of the prairie held answers to life's deepest questions. Her presence on the trails brought peace, and her whispered encouragement stayed with those who encountered her. Sweet Bailey May's legacy endures as a symbol of kindness and insight in the frontier, a reminder that even amidst the rugged terrain, tenderness and wisdom can guide the way. In the western wilderness, where the landscape was as untamed as the soul who ventured through it, there was a young boy whose legend began before most could even walk. Known to all as Wild Walker, he was a prodigy of the wild, demonstrating extraordinary skill from an early age. From the moment he could walk, Walker was out taming the wild, his tiny hands skillfully handling a fishing rod. By the age of 2, he had already won his first fishing tournament, setting the stage for a lifetime of unmatched angling success. His talent for catching every last fish in the neighborhood ponds was so renowned that it became a running joke in town. If the ponds were empty, Wild Walker had been there first. His name became synonymous with unparalleled fishing prowess and boundless determination. Walker's story was a testament to his innate talent and the enduring legend he crafted from his earliest days on the frontier. In the vibrant tapestry of the Wild West, there was a young girl named Madison, who was known for her spirited nature and unwavering focus. She could be as sweet as a summer breeze or as resolute as the desert sun, depending on what caught her attention. Her love for chickens, lizards, and bugs was legendary among those who knew her. If Madison was playing with a bug, it was her precious treasure, and no one dared to touch it. Her fascination with these creatures kept her outdoors, where she roamed the land with an explorer's heart, always on the lookout for her next find. Madison embodied the essence of childhood curiosity and determination, her every adventure and discovery a testament to her vibrant spirit. As she continued to grow, it was clear that she would forever remain a lively force in her family's legacy, bringing a touch of wild wonder to every corner of her world. In the heart of the rugged frontier, there was a spirited toddler named Hunter, known for his boundless love of the outdoors. Each morning, the first thing Hunter did was slip on his little boots, a signal that the day's adventure was about to begin. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he prepared for the countless explorations that awaited him. Hunter's days were filled with the wonder of the natural world. He ventured through meadows, climbed hills, and roamed the wildlands with an eagerness that matched his tiny footsteps. Whether it was chasing butterflies or observing the rustle of the leaves, every moment was an opportunity for discovery and joy. With a heart full of curiosity and a spirit as free as the frontier itself, Hunter embraced each day as a new adventure. His boots were not just footwear. They were his ticket to a world of endless exploration and delight, capturing the essence of childhood wonder in the vast expanse of the wild. In the vibrant days of his toddler years, Grayson West was a bundle of energy and curiosity, always eager to explore the great outdoors and shadow his father on adventures. Known for his boundless enthusiasm, he was often found roaming through the garden or following his father on the walks, soaking up every moment of their time together. One picture captured a rare moment of sadness, a small frown on his face as he reluctantly had to leave the barn to take a nap, missing out on the day's adventures. Even in his fleeting moments of melancholy, his love for the outdoors and his closeness with his father shone through, hinting at the many adventures yet to come in his bright future. In the untamed stretches of the frontier, a baby named Colt was already showing signs of a remarkable future. His favorite toy, a stuffed pony, was more than just a source of comfort. It was a symbol of his burgeoning spirit. Even as a baby, Colt's fascination with his plush companion hinted at his destiny. From the moment he grasped the stuffed pony, Colt's adventurous nature began to shine through. His boundless curiosity and determination were evident in every giggle and playful tug of his toy. It was clear that his future would be shaped by this early bond. As Colt grew, it was clear that the same qualities that had made him so enchanted with his stuffed pony drove him to become a master of the wild frontier. His early love for his toy had been a harbinger of the courage and resilience he needed to tame the untamed lands and carve out his place in history. Those 27 legendary souls represent the 4 generations at the very first Wild West family holiday. As we look back, we remember the first generation, Borealis Bill and Sonny Sharon, the pioneers who started it all. Bill's lamp store illuminated the frontier, and Sharon's general store became a beloved gathering place, setting the stage for a legacy of warmth and community. The 3 generations of family that followed continued to build on this foundation with their unique contributions. From the brave pioneers to the ingenious problem solvers and loving souls who nurtured and protected their own, each generation has played a role in shaping our family's history. As we gather for this new Wild West family holiday, let's celebrate in the spirit of those who came before us. Enjoy the festivities, savor the food, and create new memories and legends that will be cherished for years to come. Here's to a holiday filled with joy and the making of new traditions that honor our past and inspire our future. Now, without further ado, let the festivities begin.